The car is a 1929 town sedan, four-door. I've always wanted a Model A. I grew up with one, actually. My dad was hired as a school teacher in Canada. He went to university in the United States, and when he got to the Canadian border, they wouldn't let him bring an American-made car into Canada. So he ended up leaving that car or selling it or whatever, arrived in Cardston, Alberta, without a car. He had a young daughter and a wife. I believe she was pregnant with me at the time, and on a school teacher's salary, he could afford a Model A, and so he bought a 1928 two-door Model A car. That was our family vehicle for almost 10 years. So we have a lot of memories about the old Model A. Every year we would go back to Utah, where my mother was from, which was about a 1,000-mile drive in our Model A, and visit family and so forth. And we'd pack up myself, my older sister, my younger sister, and my parents, and head to Utah. He had it fixed up so that the back of the back seat would swing up and make a little bunk bed in the back for us. And I don't know, I guess they slept on the front seat, I'm not certain. But it would take us about 3 days driving down there. We'd camp along the way and cook our dinner beside a stream, and just a lot of memories. As time went on, it was replaced by a more modern vehicle, but the Model A was always there. And whenever company or cousins or friends would come, we'd fire up the Model A and take everybody for a ride. As time went on, the Model A sat and kind of deteriorated, but we always kept it in the family. And about a year ago, we sold the farm where I grew up, and where the Model A was in storage, and decided we needed to either get it down here and restore it or do something with it. Now, that was in Alberta, Canada. It's a long ways from Florida, and I'm still working, don't have a lot of time to do restoration. But I guess the key to the matter is that my brother, younger brother, came along afterwards, and I had kind of promised him he could have the car because I actually ended up with my dad's farm. And so about a year ago, I started shopping for my own Model A, and I got on eBay Motors and looked about every other night to see what was out there. Got on the MAFCA website and different places and looked at a lot of cars on the internet and so forth. And one thing that I did was asked a business associate if he knew anybody who knew anything about Model A's here in Tampa, and he gave me the name of Ray Anderson, who was a real expert on Model A's and been around forever. So I called up Ray and got his wife, and she said, well, Ray passed away last week. So that was saddening for everybody in the industry, but through my associations with them, I shopped around and looked around and found this car over in Orlando about in last July. I took a friend from the club over and looked at it, and we played with it and decided it was a pretty good car, and I liked it, and my wife liked the colors, and so we were in the Model A business. I was so excited to get it home. I actually had taken a little flat deck trailer over to bring it home, and kind of made the deal on it, and the owner, who also is a Model A aficionado, said, what are you going to do with it now? And I says, well, I think I'm going to load it on that trailer and take it home. And he says, you're not putting that car on that trailer. He says, I'll bring it to you. So he thought it was worth a lot more than I did, I guess, putting it on an outdoor farm trailer. But he did bring it over to me the next day, and I was so excited to get it. Since then, I've tinkered with it and played with it and driven it, and about every other night I'm out driving it around doing something. It's been a lot of fun for me.